Whoa, whoa, whoa. What up, folks? Like, subscribe, and share, folks. Like, subscribe, and share. Yacht Chicago's finest. What it do, man? We're gonna talk about some of this Ralo situation. I mean, let's get it started, man. Let's go. Let's rock out. Let's get it. What up, what up, what up, man? Like, subscribe, and share, folks. Like, subscribe, and share, man. Yacht Chicago's finest. Man, what's up with everybody, man? I ain't been on here in a minute. Really did one, but man, it's knocking a lot of personal shit out. But man, everything all gravy. Blessed, blessed, blessed. You heard? Man, but I'm gonna get into this little Ralo situation, man. 'Cause I see a lot of, I see a lot of people talking about it, a lot of people having different opinions on it. And I'm like, let me see how a lot of my people feel about it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, man, bro did he did a substantial, man, it wasn't a whole bunch of time, but he did some time behind. Everybody should know his situation. Caught him on the airplane with hundreds of pounds of, smoke, allegedly. And man, he was they said they knocked his head back for real, for real. But before that, Ralo's a dude that's well respected. You know what I mean? He's well liked. You know what I mean? He has a hell of a personality, man. A lot of people, man, salute to you, salute, salute. A lot of people rock out with bro, and he helped a whole bunch of people in his community. You know what I mean? From apartment buildings where he wasn't charging them rent. You know what I mean? I know he falls under the Muslim umbrella somewhere along the lines. I don't know I know you're Aki, whatever they call it. No disrespect, no kind of way. I don't know all the titles of the religion. You know what I mean? But salute and respect to all umbrellas that they fall up under. So it's like, man, he got a lot of those brothers. They ride out with him, and they stand on it with him like he's mad. And I'm gonna come up with my eyes back. Salam alaikum. Man, what up, man? Truth lady, what's up, sis? Stolings, Robert, Spike. You see, I had to get close to see what it was. Man, salute. That's one of my, man, longtime friends right there, man. Nothing but big love. She already know. Roberts, man, that's a real friend. Somebody that know Yak in real life in real time. You know what I mean? And I would hope still got a lot of love for your boy. I don't see why not, because, man, Yak loved by the best, man. And most people. But, man, with this, man, how you been, Truth Lady, man? Always good to see you, sis. But so he represents, man, a faction of people, man, that they stand on a lot of things that's very good. A lot of man show a lot of morals, and they show rocking out for their people. But in the process of that, you're in the music industry, you're in the entertainment field, you really hands-on in the streets. A lot of things happen along the way in life, man. Salute to everybody that have to do whatever they have to do. You know what I mean? Every time, sometimes you fall off the track and just, man, you got to do what you got to do to survive, especially when a lot of people is on your back when they looking for you to help. So sometimes you get put in corners where, man, you do what you have to do. So I salute to the bro. So he got jammed up. Now, the process, there's a lot of things coming to the table. A lot of accusations, a lot of charges, this, that, and the third. I got a question. Now, people are attaching rat, snitch to Ralo's name. Nobody, I repeat, nobody went to jail behind anything Ralo has said, anything he was charged with, anything he might have been talked to about. None of that. Nobody's been incarcerated behind this young man. So let's make that perfectly clear. But it has been established that, excuse me, he did talk to them people. He had a conversation to sit down with the feds, whoever, man, the alphabet boys. And he told, he wrote down and fed them actual events, actual crimes, allegedly, actual sales of numerous things, 100% proof, accurate situation that happened, but he gave all false names. He never gave a real name attached to it. He never gave anybody in his crew, anybody he didn't know, anybody he dealt with, anybody he did business with. He never gave none of their names. He just gave actual events to said things done by these individuals, but under false names. Is that being an informant? Is that being a rat? Is that being a snitch? Is that being a rat bastard? That's my question to the people. And be clear, nobody's went to jail behind anything this man has said. He hasn't given any factual names, any actual names that he know of. He just threw some names off the top of his head and attached those to said crimes. Is that being a helper for the police, helper for the feds, helpers for the alphabet boys, helpers for them people? It's a question I got for the people. You know what I'm saying? So what's the beef? I'm at, you know what I mean? Oh, you've been sick? You're like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, sis, man. I hope you feel better. I really do. You know, my eyes bad, sis. You say, so what's the beef? With me, it's none. It's a whole rift right now behind him coming home under those stipulations, under those terms, under those events happening in real time and in real life. Some people are calling him a straight up rat. Some people are saying he's a cooperator for the authorities. That's what I'm asking. I'm man, chill, Will, my brother. Man, definitely true, man. I always hope you feel better, sis. Definitely do. You don't see the problem. I can agree with you, and I can agree with people that saying he still cooperated. Why? Streetwise, street rules that they supposed to be. You ain't supposed to say nothing. You ain't supposed to sit down with him. You ain't supposed to write nothing out, etc., etc. How you feel, Chill Will? I know you, Ralo. He told actual events, actual crimes that happened, but he attached made up names to go along with him, so nobody went to jail. Is he considered a rat? Is he considered an informant? Is he considered a cooperating person? You know? That's my question. What you think, Roberts? Stallings Roberts, what you think? I know you got an opinion on this, Mashadi. How much time did he do? Man, what was he might have been locked up 2 or 3 years, something like that. Mind you, they caught him with don't quote me as being exact, but if I'm not mistaken, it was around about 100 or so pounds of marijuana on an airplane being transported. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. If I got the numbers correctly, if I can remember correctly, it was 100 or so pounds of marijuana on the airplane being transported in. They got documents of prior transactions and said movement with people. So I think he did 2.5, maybe 3 years, somewhere in there. But that's kind of like, you got people, it's a tug of war. Some people say, man, can't trust him. Some people say, man, he ain't do shit. Nobody went to jail behind this young man's actions. So, you know what I mean? That's like, man, you know, that should be what really matters in my eyes. You know what I mean? You don't see the problem. How much time do you get? You know what I mean? So I'm at the point of nobody went to jail for him. Nobody, anybody that's hot now was motherfuckers that was already hot before. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think what he said, L Blue, what up, baby? I don't think what he said made anybody any hotter, any of that. So it's like my opinion. I'm gonna give my opinion on it. On one hand, old young Jack living by street rules. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be able to call him a rat, but I'd be able to call him somebody that I wouldn't really sit down and have no whole lot of conversation with. That's on, going by street rules. Because you ain't supposed to sit down with them peoples, write out nothing for them peoples, ever give them people no type of statement. So he in violation if you going by the standard rules that apply, even though it ain't no fucking rules in the streets. I live by the streets is a myth. And that's coming from a gangster. So, but technically, he did no wrong. Nobody went to jail. He gave nobody name. He didn't point fingers at anybody involved. Like you say, he had to make it juicy. So he had to make it sound good. He had to make it look good. So he gave actual events. He just gave made up narrated characters the way some of these sucker ducks do on YouTube. Don't forget to tap on that. Like, man, thank you, sister. I appreciate you. Exactly, true lady. You know what I mean? We got to go by the real. It's where you fall at under that umbrella. You know what I mean? How far you are still acclimated and in tune with the streets. I think that's gonna be a big part of what your answer would be. If you still tied up in the street, you gonna have to play the role. And yeah, he dirty, he just to show face. But you know what I mean? Ain't nobody go to prison behind it. He did what he had to do. And I was talking to Chip Lowe earlier. Salute the bro. Salute to Chip Lowe. And he was telling me about how his book is lined up and everything. And when you're talking about a lot of people break. When you sitting in that room, that desk, number chairs, and them officers sitting there with that pamphlet or booklet, turning that boy, showing pictures, showing statements, showing this, that, them butterflies that come in your stomach that make you feel like you got to go to the restroom are real. That pressure that you put in when you boxed in, and man, it's a very good chance you're not going home. You know what I mean? That's it. I still don't get why whatever he said matters if nobody got told on. Say it again, truth lady. That's just being realistically thinking in reality. But everybody have to try to live up to this so-called, image and of how they say shit, how they look at shit when nobody got jammed up. And on top of this was a brother that brought more good to the community than he did bad when he was out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, you might catch dudes in different states talking crazy, or might want to jump off their square, but it's a certain part of Atlanta, man, they love that young brother because he did a lot of good and still do a lot of good for him. You know what I'm saying? He bought these apartment complexes strictly so he could just give his people a place to live without having to have that big money over your head, man. He pretty much had them living there rent free to get on their feet. You know what I mean? You don't always want to just give everybody everything like that. Sometimes you want them to work for it, but I don't know all the stipulations to it. But man, he made sure a lot of people wasn't on the streets. A lot of brothers and sisters and kids had a roof over their head. You know what I mean? For a very long time. He supplied a lot. He do a lot of food drives. He done all kind of charitable events. So, man, I've heard more good about the brother than I did bad. So, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to, execute the bro, scrutinize him that bad myself. That's just me, though. But you can understand if you've been in that position. When them people get you up in that room and they got shit that you done, situations you've been in, things you had your hands involved in, you get to thinking, man. You know what I mean? You get to really, Everybody can't stand up to that pressure. Everybody can't stand up and stand on that. I don't have nothing to say. Give me my lawyer. Talk to my lawyer. I plead the fifth. When they get to throwing this shit at you fast, and they ain't coming at you politely. They in attack mode. They in attack like some damn pit bulls on a fucking chain. They coming at you. We finna nail your ass because you're never going home. Juju already told on you. They made and told what y'all did over here. They throwing so much shit at you, man, how your mind wandering. And I personally went through that one time in my life where I had that type of energy coming at me, man. Roberts, you remember I was very close to you at this time, so you remember hands-on exactly what was going on with me, my mental, and everything at this time. When that no bail is on the table, and they telling you word for word what it is you're accused of, word for word, what type of energy, what type of information that they have on you, and in your mind you saying, God damn, how do they know all this? You know what they're saying is true. You know what they're saying is true. Damn, I'm gonna stand firm, but you had 3 codees. If this one gonna stand tall, yeah, I know he tight. This one gonna stand tall. Ooh, he iffy. This one gonna stand tall. That nigga telling. That's how your mind going. So now what you get in survival mode. Is you gonna stand firm, or is you gonna commit and become one of them rat bastards? It's not easy. It's not easy, man. When they got that reckless endangerment, shooting off firearms in the school district. You got, man, possession of such and such by a felon. You got, man, times 3. I had 122 counts against me at this time with a no bail and my hands tied, shackled. What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Even though I was innocent. They ain't trying to hear that shit when they book you and tell you ass to go sit on that no bail. And you know what I mean? You got to fight this case. You got to, man, prove you're right. They definitely trying to prove you're wrong. Can you stand firm? Can you stand tall? Can you tighten up them ass cheeks and don't say a word? Sound like a good brother. Yes, truth lady, yes. Anybody that's likely to fold under that pressure, man, that pressure is a motherfucker. Only the strong survive. Hell blue. Excuse me. When I tell you, everything runs through your mind. If anybody get on here and say, when you dealing with a situation, I was looking at, I was facing, with all the charges in those counts, it was like 127 years or some shit like that. Why would you give somebody that type of number? What for? What would that type of number be for anyway? You know what I'm saying? But I think that was like 122, 127 years, something like that. And it's like, man, what you gonna do? You gonna sit there and make up? Because I was innocent. Period. So you gonna make up a lie to try to tell these motherfuckers. Start telling these people some truth that you know about, or sit tight, tighten up, chin up, chest out, and stand on. You know what the fuck your actions was that you did. You know the repercussions of it. You know the possibilities of what can and can't happen while you out here living that life. Don't fold now. Don't fold up like no napkin now. Don't fold up like no lawn chair now. Because you was out there stunting and blunting and doing what you do with in good graces. Now you gotta pay the piper now. And you are the main man. Me being me, I stood tall, and I'm not a jail dude. I'm not a dude that, man, I ain't got no whole lot of jail on my jacket. But that situation I was sitting in, I had to take that pressure and sit still, because the actual people that I was maneuvering around with, the actual people that I was with that particular moment, names are also attached to a situation. So I got to sit still, because these my people. I rock out with them, and I ain't doing no telling. And man, I ain't never gonna try to throw nobody under no motherfucking gun line, you know? So that, man, got to sit still. And thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Brought me straight home. Brought me straight home, man. Brought me straight home. Because it wasn't me, you heard? When they dropped the the charges against me, the courtroom, all you heard was, oh, what? How? Oh my goodness. Because they had never seen nothing like that. On one hand, the judge had just told me again it was at a bail review. No bail stands. Bam. Hit the little mallet. Then all of a sudden, white gentlemen walk up into the scene, whisper something to the state's attorney. State's attorney, whoopie whoop whoop. Man, under further review, all charges have been dropped against said subject, OG Jack. Free to go home, sir. Like, subscribe, and share, folks. Like, subscribe, and share. Jack, Chicago's finest. Only the real survive. Only the real stand tall. And God always, always catches his chilling, man. I'm one of the kids of God. I'm a child of God for real, man. And I'm blessed. Thank you, people. I'll let you on the next one. And like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Yeah, Chicago's finest. Man, holla at your boy L Blue. You already know it's big love. Truth Lady, big love all the time. Chill Will, my little broski. Mr. Stoling Robert, you already know what's up, home. There. That's my peoples, man. That's family right there, folks. She really know Jack like that. Years of history, man. So, man, appreciate all y'all. Everybody stay blessed. Keep your head on the swivel. And, man, stay prayed up, folks. Talk to you on the next one.